What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Colin J. It's a new year. It's 2020 and we have not gone fishing all year and we're kind of freaking out.
Yeah, we're freaking out. It's January 2nd, guys. Yeah. It's been a whole 2 days of no fishing. What's up with that? And it's raining. But we are going fishing today and we're gonna try to kick off 2020 with a bang and with some big bass, like some big bass. Like last year, the biggest bass I caught was a 6-pound bass. And normally we catch bigger fish than that, but for some reason we were slacking last year and we don't want to do that again this year. We want to catch bigger bass for you guys. So we have come back to this pond where we fished a couple of episodes ago and caught some big fish. And we think that there could be some really big ones lurking. But to target them, we're gonna be doing something special. We've only got one rod each and we're gonna be throwing some big baits to try to catch the biggest bass in the pond. Yes. Big ones. We've heard that there's big ones in there. So there's a chance we could catch a 6-7 pounder today. If we're lucky, conditions are good, it's cloudy, it's rainy. Jay's excited.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Y'all should be excited because we're excited and we're gonna see what we can catch. I think that there's some heavy rains on the way, so we'll just see what happens, but we're gonna get out there. We'll show you guys the baits once we get down in the water. Ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
We're on the water. Let's show you guys the big baits we're working with today. We are going to be throwing big glide baits. I've got a new bait. It's a Bait Sanity Antidote glide bait. It's a pretty inexpensive glide bait, about 7-inch bait. And then Jay's got the old trusty S-Waver. Both of us are throwing trout patterns. Hers is that light trout color. This is kind of more of the standard rainbow trout color. But we're going to see if these bass will eat these trout patterns that are here today. There's not any trout in this pond, but these things look like bait fish. And they should work. And I've never thrown this bait before, so I'm pretty excited to see how it performs. But yeah, let's just get to it. Let's see if we can catch a big one. Good luck, Jay.
My hands are already cold.
Get a big one. Here goes nothing. It says it's raining. I'm gonna try to keep you guys clean on the lens here. If I get a little water drop on there, let me know. Start screaming at me. Okay. We're in. Fish on! Fish on! Fish on! Get up here. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a big one. It's a big one. Get up here. Whoa! Yeah. Oh my gosh, he smoked it. Whoa! That is what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah. Whoa! He freaking demolished it. Look at that. Oh, that's an awesome fish. That was awesome, man. You see that? So when you catch a fish with the glide bait, you're supposed to just hit them hard, keep cranking on them, and to get them in the boat. That is freaking sweet. Look at that, guys.
Wow.
First fish of the day. It's not a
first fish of the year.
First fish of the year. It's a good one. It's a great way to start the year off. Not an absolute monster, but this is, you know, a 4-pound bass. I got a scale. We'll weigh him in a second. Look at that. Trout glide bait in the face. It's a 7-inch glide bait, guys. That's awesome. And this is a reel. Jake got me this reel for Christmas. That was my first fish with that reel. It's that Tranks 300, an awesome swim bait reel. And I'm just jacked. I'm jacked. Look at that. He ate it so good. Okay, let's get him unhooked. Let's get a weight on him for the first official fish of the year. And let's get back out there. All right, we're gonna get a weight on this guy. 4 pounds, 4 ounces. Whoop, don't shake, buddy. See that?
Yeah.
4 pounds, 4 ounces.
Nice one.
Nice one. Okay, there he is. One last look. We're gonna get him back in the water and get our baits back out there so we catch another one. Freaking sweet. Okay, thank you. There she goes. Yes. It's a fish. It's a fish. Fish. He's really not that big. Come here. Come on, fish. Woo! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I forgot to turn my GoPro on. We came back over here. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Number 2 on the glide bait. It just barely hit it. The first one smacked it. That one just barely hit it, and I just leaned into him. Look at that. Woo! Okay, let's get him unpinned. Oh, heck yeah. Another nice fish. I don't know if he's as big as the last one. I'll weigh him, see how big he is. 315. Almost a 4-pounder. And there it is, 3 pounds, 15 ounces, second bass of the day on the big Antidote glide bait. They're liking them trout. Get him back. Look how fat he is. Real fat fish.
He's huge.
Yeah, we'll get this fish back in the water and hopefully catch 1 or 2 more before we leave. Awesome. All right, big buddy, I can get you back. See ya. I'm gonna take a second and inspect the terminals, see how they're holding up. That hook's kind of bent out a little bit. These are the stock hooks that come with the swim bait. Usually, I recommend upgrading the hooks to like some 2X, 3X strong hooks and upgrading the split rings. But, you know, we landed those first 2 fish pretty good. The hook's not too bent out. I'll just bend that back in a little bit and should be good to go. Hey guys, it's last cast. I think I just got bit, so put it back out there. Well, that's it. That was the last cast. Lines are out and we are about to leave the pond. But we caught some good fish. They caught 2 big ones, had some good bites.
2.
Yeah, you had some good bites.
Yeah.
I missed a bite. That's kind of how glide bait or big swim bait fishing goes. You're not going to get a bunch of bites, but the fish you get are going to be good. I mean, those 2 fish were 2 fish for 8 pounds. Imagine if we had, you know, a 5 fish limited, that we could have had 25 pound sack today out here in the pond. So that was a lot of fun. We're going to come back out here and do some more glide bait fishing or do it in some other places. And that's something we want to do this year. We want to get better at throwing big swim baits, throwing big glide baits, and pursuing big bass.
But we're gonna get out of here for a moment. We're gonna go grab some lunch because we're starving. And I don't know what we're gonna do for the rest of the day, but we might come back out here.
Yeah, there's a chance.
So we'll see.
We'll see
get
what
back to
happens.
you.
All right, let's wrap up today's episode, guys. So first off, had a great time fishing the golf course pond this morning, throwing those big glide baits. I haven't thrown glide baits very much recently, and something I've been wanting to do. It's a great time of year to throw big glide baits and try to catch the biggest bass in the lake or the pond or wherever you're fishing. And it was really cool getting to connect with a couple of big fish this morning, especially on a new bait that I had never thrown before. It was the first time I ever thrown that bait. So before I wrap up today's episode, I want to talk about that bait and a couple of the other glide baits we were throwing and a couple that I recommend if you're wanting to get into glide bait fishing. These are all really inexpensive options. Glide baits can get really, really expensive. They can be up to like $200 to $300 for some of the best ones. And you know, these are really inexpensive choices. They're proven fish catchers. And let's go ahead and jump into the bait that caught the fish today. And that is this one right here. This is the Bait Sanity Antidote glide bait. This is a new bait. So Bait Sanity had a glide bait released a couple years ago. It's called the Explorer. It's like a 10-inch, maybe 9.5-inch glide bait. It's really cool. It's a $60 glide bait, something that I haven't purchased yet for myself. It's one that I've been wanting to try out. But it's always been hard for me to pull the trigger and spend that much money on a bait that I'm not that familiar with, because you know, in one cast you could snap it off and lose it, and it's a big investment. It's not an investment I really wanted to make. But this bait is a little bit smaller version. This is a 7.5-inch bait. It weighs 2.7 ounces. And it only costs $24.99, which that might sound like a lot to you, but in the glide bait world, that's not very much at all. I decided to use this rainbow trout color. It's really the most shaddy color they have. They have a color that's called shad. It's just like a kind of this silver with a black top, and it looks pretty good too. They have 5 different colors to choose from, but this I thought was going to be the best for fishing in most environments that I fish in. And so I took it up the pond. I had it rigged up on this rod right here. This is a rod that I picked up last fall. This is a 7'9" extra heavy rod from 6 Cents. I'll link this down below in the video description for you guys to check out. And as I said in the video, this is a Tranks 300 reel that Jay got me for Christmas. It's a good reel for throwing big glide baits on. But what's cool about these baits is that they're not super heavy. You can throw them on any of your conventional bass tackle you have. Like a 7.5-foot flipping stick with your favorite reel and some braided line or some heavy fluoro, heavy mono, and you can fish it just fine. This is just the setup that I was using today. But anyways, like I said, this is the Bait Sanity Antidote Glide Bait. Had a great action on the retrieve. Just on a straight retrieve, had a really great gliding action, and I could really get this bait to dart and twitch and glide with reel handle twitches or rod twitches. And so I really got a lot of good action out of this bait. So this is a bait I definitely recommend. I'll link this bait in the video description for you guys to check out if you're wanting to get into glide bait fishing. Now let's talk about the glide bait that Jay was throwing. This is a classic. This has been used for many years. It's caught a bunch of fish for a lot of anglers, and it's another really inexpensive glide bait. This is an S swaver. This is the 1/68 size. This bait's a little bit smaller than the Antidote. It's 6 3/4 inches long, and it weighs 1 5/8 of an ounce. This bait retails at $18.99, so it's a little bit cheaper than the Antidote, and they have a lot more colors available. They have like 20 colors, I think, available in the S swaver for you guys to choose from. They also have 3 different sizes, so they have a smaller one and they have a larger one. The larger one's, I think, 50 bucks, maybe 45 bucks. So it might be a little bit pricey for some of y'all, but this is an OG, inexpensive glide bait. If you're wanting to try some glide baits, that's another one I recommend. And again, we're on this trout color, and Jay got bit on this bait. She wasn't able to get those fish on the bank, but that's okay. This bait's caught a lot of fish for us. This bait also has a really great action. It's got a really great gliding action. You can manipulate it, you can get it to dart and turn around on the cast. Casts well. It's just an overall really, really good bait. Definitely recommend it. It's caught some big ones. And then I've got one more glide bait that I want to talk about that we didn't use today in the video. I should have. I wasn't even thinking about it. I didn't even think about packing it, but I thought about it as we got home that I should have been throwing it. And it's this little guy right here. This little nugget is a 6 cents flow glider, and this is the smallest of the 3 glide baits I've shown you guys. It's similar in price. It would cost 20 bucks, and it sinks a little bit faster, but look at it. It's got more of a shad profile. And this bait, it doesn't have as wide of a glide. It's a little bit more of a narrow glide. It's not like super, you know, S waving motion. It's a little bit tighter, but that's a little bit more natural for a shad. You don't really see shad making that big S waving glide in the water. This bait's awesome. You can twitch it and it'll dart pretty good. It like darts kind of side to side like this. Something else that's really awesome about this bait is it has an excellent paint scheme right out of the pack. There's like 10 different colors available. You know, 6 cents is top notch in their paint schemes. So this is definitely another one I want you guys to check out. I'll link it in the video description. If you decide you want to look at anything on the 6 Cents Fishing website and you decide to purchase anything, be sure to use our code CJ10 at checkout and you'll save 10% on your order. But I think that is going to wrap up today's episode. We want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. We hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit the like button and make sure you are subscribed to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our future outdoor adventures. I'm Cole Harkin, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.